lot of talking here this morning about some of the goals for 2013 and heading into the 2014 election. Well, what are some of the local party's goals over the next couple of years?
Well, we want to get organized, we want to increase our membership, and we want to have people run as a Democrat for local offices.
Now, how do you go about encouraging people to get involved in the party and get people to get excited about running as a candidate?
Well, we need to bring the issues in front of them. We're doing that. We had a massive letter to the editor writing campaign during Brendan's campaign, which was very effective. People were amazed that those kind of opinions were out there, and they got a lot of response, a lot of positive response. So that's one way. We also have a Facebook page, and we have a website. So, and we have an extensive email list that we've compiled over the years to keep people in touch.
So probably our biggest disappointment is that Gretchen Whitmer's decided not to run. Personal reasons, we all have our families to consider. So it probably would have been pretty easy for us to all get very excited and campaign for her. And let's just hope they find someone that we can get as excited about as Gretchen.
I think the most important thing is to let potential candidates know that there are people out there who will support you in terms of working for you, working on your campaign, contributing to your campaign, so that people do not feel like they're getting into it on their own. Just to let people know that there is a support network out there that will back them, and they're not just a lone ranger out there. If there's anything special whatsoever about Bill Cobbins. But one, because he has an R behind his name, and people assume that that means that he is pro-gun, anti-abortion, and pro-God. And we have got to get away from those issues. You're not going to change anybody's mind on those issues. We can butt heads all day long with anybody and everybody, and it's not going to do any good whatsoever. We have got to get away from those issues and focus on economic issues. This right to work and all these ideologically driven initiatives that they're forcing through down in Lansing are not doing the people in this area any good economically. And that's what we have got to focus on and drive home. 2 years from now, 4 years from now, we got to ask people, are you any better off economically than you were 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago? And although I hope I'm wrong, I suspect the answer is going to be no. So, in my campaign, we focused on the economy, we focused on education, which unfortunately is also going to get worse, public education here in Michigan. And we focused on the quality of our government. And I think those are the issues that we still need to focus on. Are you better off economically? Are your kids getting a good education, the education that they need to compete in a global economy? And is our government functioning the way that we want it to function? It's our government. These are the issues we need to focus on. We did a great job of sending letters to the editor during the campaign. We need to keep that going, to keep these economic issues, these education issues, these government accountability issues on the front burner. So that's that point. The other thing I want to say is, I don't have any hard evidence to back this up, but my experience over the 6 months of this campaign is you can reach a certain amount of people, through the newspaper, through Facebook, through a website, but frankly, there's still a lot of people out there that are just off the grid. And if they don't read the newspaper, they don't use Facebook, they're not surfing the web, looking up political issues. They're living in their little cabin back in the woods, doing their own thing, and that's fine. And they go to the polls and they reflexively check the R box because that's what they've always done. So if we want to change that, and if we want to win next time around, we've got to have enough people involved to literally beat the bushes and get those people's attention and say, look, don't just think about what you're doing this time. Don't just check the R box. Look at what's been going on in this county, in this state the last few years, economically, with education, and with our government. And think about what you're doing. And that's what it's going to take. Enough people to get out there into, Buckley and all those little backwater towns, Harrietta up in Webster County. Anybody ever been to Harrietta? It's a nice little town. It was Blueberry Festival, but you know, it's not. It's a little bit off the map. We got to get there, and we got to talk to those people, and we got to get them to pay attention and at least rethink what they're going to do. That's what it's going to take to get us beyond 46% up to 51%.
Area. So, you know, I want to let you know I haven't decided if I'm going to run again yet. It's definitely a possibility, but it's not definite. We got to keep things going. We got to keep the pot simmering, keep the energy going, keep the enthusiasm up. We need to keep doing things like this and getting together and just stay active. And if we can put together a strong campaign in the next year or so, I will very seriously consider doing it again in 2014. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. It's great to see you all here, and thanks for coming out.